Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I know there's no one here yet. It normally takes a bit of time before people start joining, but you are welcome. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Just waiting to see if anyone will join. I'm aware it's a bit late at the moment, but hopefully a few people will join. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Welcome on this chat. I appreciate you joining. How are you? How is your day or how is your evening? Depending on where you are. I hope you're doing well. So today's chat is just question and answers. You can ask any question you want and I'll try and answer. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Welcome. So there's no specific oh hi. There's no specific topic today other than just chatting. I normally do questions and I try to answer them myself, and anyone who wants to answer those questions is welcome to answer them. So in yesterday's live streaming that I did, in case anyone, if you didn't join yesterday's stream, yesterday's live, we did discuss so many different topics. We had questions like I always do, and we all discussed them, and it was great. We had so much fun. One of the main questions that we actually talked a lot about was about wealth. So would you rather be born into wealth or work hard to make your own wealth, to become wealthy yourself, work for your money instead of being born into money? And so that was the question, and some people gave the answers saying they would rather be born into wealth because then you just make their lives easier, because working from scratch to try and build wealth is very, very hard, and not everyone can actually get to become wealthy no matter how hard you work, because a lot of people work hard but not all of them become wealthy. Some become wealthy, others don't, but they all work really hard. So it's not always a guarantee that you're going to be wealthy just because you're working hard. There are other factors involved in this. So if you're born into wealth already, then that's sorted. That's one part of life that is sorted for you, and it's great. Well, I wasn't born into wealth. I'm not wealthy, so I wouldn't know what it feels like to being born into wealth. I'm gonna have to speak to people who were born into wealth. I don't know anyone actually, so so that's gonna be a tough thing to do. But anyway, personally, I would rather be born into wealth, which is, yeah. So how about yourselves? So the next question is, what advice would you give your future self? If you could go back in time and meet yourself, your younger self, I know your future self, but your younger self going back in time, what advice would you give yourself, or your younger version? Would you have any advice for your younger self, or no? Or would you even like to meet your younger self? Personally, I would like to meet my younger self, and advice wise, I'll just tell her to keep working hard and stay true to herself. Yeah. And also I'll give my younger self big hug and tell her she's got it, she can do it. Yeah, that's it. So the next question is, would you rather stay at a certain age and don't age but time passes? So, and if that's the case, if the answer is yes, which age would you choose? Would you choose 20 or 25 and stay at 25 years old, year after year after year after year, and you don't age, you just stay at 25, for example, if that's the age you chose? And why would you choose that? So basically, you never experience old age, but you are living the years. But your body is stuck at that age, 25, for example. Does that sound like something that you might want to do? Because the funny thing is, some people always say they're the same age year after year. Every year you ask them, you ask them how old are you, they tell you the age they told you 5 years ago. Same age. They don't want to age. They want to stay young forever. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want. But being old is a blessing, isn't it? Growing old. We all grow old. It's just how it is. We're gonna grow old. It's just part of life. But it is a blessing. It's not. It's not a bad thing. But I think the only thing about it is you might end up missing your youth. How you used to look like when you were younger. Once you're now old age, mature age, and how strong you used to be, how good looking you used to be when you're young. It's just that youth, beauty in youth. I think that might be missed. Especially the things that you could do because you were stronger when you're younger, that you can't do anymore now that you're old. I think those will be missed a lot, and because when you're younger, you were healthier as well. Yeah, I think those are the only things that will be missed. But it is a blessing to grow old, I think, anyway. So the next question is, you guys can jump in and say, write in the comment section what you think. But it's up to you. And please, just if you I'll just remind everyone, if you've not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. That will be, it's appreciated. Thank you. So I'm going to carry on. If you mix all colors, like painting colors, if you mix them all, what color would you get? I'm guessing, I've never done it, I've never mixed all the colors. So I'm guessing if you mix them all, you end up with one color, which is, I don't know which one, definitely obviously one color, but I'm not sure. I can't guess. I have to try that one day before I can answer that question, but I just thought it's interesting. If you mix all the colors, like a paint colors, I wonder what color we'll end up getting. The final result. I have to try that. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is, are you a type of person who loves watching movies or TV series, or do you like watching TV a lot, or love reading? Would you rather sit down and read a lovely book, as a way of relaxing with maybe a cup of tea or whatever beverage or snacks you like? Is that how you relax? After a long day? Or would you rather put TV on, watch something? TV. Okay. Yeah, I love watching TV as well. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather watch TV over reading a book, I don't, I'd rather read a book, but I'd rather read a book than watch TV, but I always watch TV anyway. Someone else said TV. Well, yeah. TV is my go-to when I'm really tired and I just want to relax and, stop being stressed. But a book is good. Every time I pick up a book to read, I end up sleeping. I don't know why. So a book relaxes me so much. I'll read it. And because I'm so relaxed by reading, its stories are so nice, and I end up sleeping. And when I wake up, I read again and then I sleep again. It's like a sleeping pill or what, I don't know. But I need to get back into reading. So important. Reading is so important. But for those who said TV, they rather watch TV. Do you sometimes get to a point where you're scrolling through the channels and the movies and whatever you like watching on TV, and you just can't find anything to watch? You find yourself spending a good 2 minutes or even longer just scrolling down, up and down, and for some reason you don't really like what is there, and you just can't find anything interesting enough for yourself to watch. And then you get really bored. And you're thinking, I need to get out of here. Maybe go for a walk or something. So the next topic is about if you had the choice to retire early. Like when I say early, I mean in your 30s, for example. If you could stop working because you can at the age of 30 years old, what would you do with yourself? Well, what would your routine be like? Because if you're working, you definitely have a routine. What you got: time to go to bed, time to wake up, get ready, go to work, maybe do other things that you have to do during the day and get home. So your whole day is designed already. But if you stop working, what would you be doing? That is crazy. At the age of 30, if you stop working at the age of 30, let's say you just retire, that I wouldn't know what to do with my time. It would be crazy. I'll be so out of order. I wouldn't know what to do. The 24 hours, like I have nothing to do for the first time, especially if you're busy. You're used to working. You've been working for so long since you was a teenager. Maybe since you were 16 years old or 15 years old or 17 years old. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, I sleep at 5 a.m. and wake up at 1 p.m. Wow, 5 a.m., 1 p.m. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. That's 8 hours. That's great. Is that what you would do if you didn't have to work? If you could just stop working at the age of 30, say for example, you go to bed late and wake up late. I mean, you could do anything you want. Like, you could catch up on so many things, can't you? Because you got loads of time now on your hands to do the things that you never got to do because you were so busy with work, right? So much catching up. Oh, you've done that for the last 5 years. Oh, does that mean you've retired now? Or, I mean, hobbies take over your life now. Wow. So you have retired. Am I right to say you've retired? Right. Okay. Wow. That's nice. That's really good. Do you enjoy doing that? Oh, wow. Around 30 to 32 years old. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, good for you. Yeah, I'll be bored. Love it. Plants and cooking take up a lot of time. Yeah, cooking. Oh, cooking. Yeah, I see. I mean, cooking. In terms of hobbies, yeah, you're gonna have to take hobbies. Should you pursue any hobbies you've dreamed of trying? Yes, definitely. Definitely. There's so many things obviously I would love to do if I had the time. Um yeah, so many things, like for example, I would love to get back into like what's it called? Sport. I like sports, but only one type of sport. Badminton. Yeah, I would love to get in a team, to have a team, badminton team, and maybe play once a week. Um yeah, there's a lot to do. There's a lot I would love to do if I had that privilege. It's a privilege, you know. It's a huge privilege. But that's the thing. If you have hobbies, like a lot of hobbies that you love to do, but you just don't have time, then you'll be busy making that come true. Doing your hobbies. But if you didn't have hobbies, because not everyone has hobbies, some people just don't have any hobbies. Yeah, surprisingly. You dislike all sports apart from swimming. Yeah, swimming is nice, to be honest. Swimming is really good. I would love to learn how to sing. I'll probably take up singing lessons, although they're very expensive, those ones. But if I could maybe get discount somewhere, I would love to take singing lessons because I love singing. Obviously. um, Sports. Yeah, sports is all right. I only like one type of sport, which is badminton. That's it. Swimming, yes, I love to learn how to swim, and singing. Yeah. So like I was saying, some people don't have hobbies. So if you or that would be cool. You could probably find an app to help you sing. Oh, so an app to help sing. Are there such apps that help sing? I didn't know you could find an app that help with singing. I'm gonna have to look it up. Find those apps. You could save a lot of money. Because I did try singing lesson once. Um, I went only once. I never went back, and it was only a 30-minute session of singing. And yeah, I'll check it out. Um, so I bought a microphone, and some musical instrument. But I didn't know how to sing, so I thought maybe it's a good idea to actually go for a singing lesson. I booked a singing lesson, went. It was only 30 minutes, and it went fast. For 30 minutes, it went fast. And all I learned was just to sing la 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 la, and that for 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes was over, they told me how much I had to pay, and it was a lot of money. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't ask how much it cost, before I started the lesson. But when they told me how much, and I couldn't believe it, it was a lot. And I thought, what? I love singing. I would love to take singing lessons, but I don't think I love paying this much money just for 30 minutes. So that was the end of it. I never went back. And it's been years. So I thought, forget this. There's no way I can afford this. Yeah, so I'll look into the apps for singing. Mhm. Yeah, wow. I mean, it was crazy. So that was quite an experience. It was the first time I never looked into singing lessons in terms of, the prices until that time. And then I'll start looking into the prices, like different places, different people. And I was like, wow, this is too much. Yeah, no, it's such a little thing, but it did put me off. I didn't enjoy spending that kind of money. Um, on just a little 30 minutes, which went fast. For some reason, it went really fast. And I thought I would really learn something, but I didn't. Yeah, I just couldn't keep up with paying. So anyway, definitely going to look into the app and see if that works. And then who knows? Who knows? Oh, hello, you're back, Mr. Banana. Where'd you go? So I also tried to learn, how to play guitar. Then I realized your fingers, you can't have long nails because, or your phone, all right, you've been charging your phone. So I learned how to play guitar because I love music. And you can't have long nails when you're playing guitar. And apparently, it's tough. It's very hard. Those strings are not easy. They're so tough. And they're very hard on the skin, the tips of the fingers. And those who actually play guitar really well, the tips of the fingers, the skin there is very, very tough. And they've told me the experiences is it hurts a lot when you're still a beginner. It hurts because your fingers your skin at the tip of the fingers are still getting used to those strings, to the toughness of the strings. And so sometimes you bleed. So your skin actually you bleed a lot, and then eventually you just get used to it. Or you're on your other phone. And it's true because so let me read this. Joe Hurst. I flew helicopters for a few years. That was about £250 an hour. An hour, 250. You must try to fulfill all of your dreams before you get too old. But £250 an hour. And you did that for a few years. Wow. Well, you have to have money to do that. You know what I mean? Because what if you can't afford that kind of money, £250 an hour? Then you just can't do it. Well, I definitely can't afford £250 an hour. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you did yours. That's something that you wanted to do. It was a dream you always wanted. So yeah, so it was worth it then. You didn't care about the money. Right. Okay. Well, it is what it is. If that's what you really, really wanted to do, then it's worth it. Yeah, what's your dream, Mr. Banana? You can have so much money. All right, so you saved up all your money specifically for it. Oh, yeah, you really wanted to do that. I can see that. Oh, you are right, though. You are right. You should try and fulfill all your dreams before you get old. Because that's the thing. Because once you're old, like really, really old, you don't have the energy or the strength to do the things you really wanted to do. And then all your dreams just go down the drain. What a shame. What a shame. Right. So to eat more bananas, I have a dream too. I can have so much money. And your dream is to eat more bananas, Mr. Banana. Okay. Well, go ahead and eat bananas. So much potassium. Well, yeah. Well, problem is, oh, you love to eat bananas, but you're allergic to them. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to eat them. Your your nightmare. Whose nightmare? Okay. Yeah, and then I tried to ride a bike. By the way, I don't know how to ride a bike. For some reason, I did learn when I was younger. It just didn't work. It didn't work out. And then I tried to learn again when I was an adult. No, when I was younger, and I learned and I learned. And I kept falling. And I didn't like the fact that I was getting hurt by falling, bruises and all. So I decided to stop. Right? And I hadn't learned properly. So now as an adult, I tried it again and I realized it's just too much of a hassle. So I stopped riding a bike. Something small like that. But I drive now, so it's okay. I don't need to ride a bike. Oh my gosh. I used to think driving would be easy when I learned it, right? Or was I wrong? It wasn't easy for me. Some people find driving when you're learning, the lessons, they find it easy, but it's not easy. It wasn't easy for me. It was really hard because I struggled with so many different, there's so many techniques, and I struggled with that, with the clutch and all that. And I just couldn't get my head around, and especially the roads, like, the chaos that happens on the road. Like, there's so many things happening on the road, and then being a new driver, a learner, right? Trying to concentrate on what's going on the roads, the road rules, and then also how to drive. That was a real challenge. It took me quite a few years before I could actually get the picture and understand it. Yeah. No, just instructors, like driving instructors. I had loads of driving instructors, and I learned quite a few things from each one of them, which for some reason ended up being helpful, although it cost me a lot of money. Yeah, it took a while before I could like get my head around multitasking, because I think driving it's a lot of multitasking. There's a lot you're doing in like every second, every minute, without realizing it. Yeah, learning how to actually control the vehicle in the beginning is time consuming, especially if you're trying to learn everything else at the same time. Yeah, at the beginning, it was a tough time for me. So I didn't even get on the road until my instructor did not take me on the road until I actually understood how to maneuver the car, I've learned the different, like how to use the clutch, how to use the gears, how to use the indicators correctly, all those things. So my instructors were just taking me in like a local park or car park, and places away from the actual main road. So I needed that. Oh, my mom taught me how to use clutch and accelerator when I was 13 on an abandoned road. Oh, that's nice. 13 now. Oh, wow, very young. Yeah, tell me about it. Expensive. Honestly, I spent so much money trying to learn how to drive, to the point where I stopped counting how much I've spent. And up to this point, it's been a few years now since I passed my driving test. Up to this point, I have refused to do a total calculation of how much I've spent on all my driving lessons, plus the test, because I didn't pass my driving test until the third attempt. Plus my theory kept expiring, and I can't go on and do a driving test without a valid theory test. So I had to keep going back to do a theory test again and again, and then waiting for, oh, it was a mess. Let's just say it was a big mess and cost a lot of money. About £25 an hour now. Yeah, yeah, actually some people pay more than that, more than £25. So it's crazy expensive now. So yeah, I don't know how much I spent. All I know is it's a lot of money, and I don't want to do the calculation because I'll just, if I see the total amount I spend, the total number, the figure, I think I'll just be so disappointed in myself. Why did I not learn it fast? You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I pretend to forget about it. At least I've passed now, thank God. Only £8 an hour in 2002 versus £25 now, hey? That's something. That is something. Wow. Priceless skill. It is priceless. Because once you know, you never forget. You know what I mean? You never forget how to drive or how to ride a bike. So you know the number. What number? Yeah, let's just add zeros to it. Endless zeros. Oh gosh.